Two Border Towns. I really like this book. I think this one is probably my favorite. This is a realistic fiction. The age recommendation for this is the same as the other book. It's 3 to 8 plus, or pre-K to third grade. The reason why I'm so fascinated by this book is because this is written based off of parts of his childhood. So the things that I'm gonna read about here are things that David Bowles used to do with his father. So I found it really interesting. I think that this book is a great way to start maybe the conversation of immigration and maybe like borders between countries or something to young kids. And that also depends on like what age you're teaching, because I don't think you should teach immigration to pre-K. But I think this book follows a lot of our anti-bias rules or goals by diversity, justice, and advocacy. Also, I'd like to apologize. There's some Spanish words in here that I'm not 100% sure on how to say, so I just wanted to.
Same.
I'll try my best.
Too bad McKenna isn't here.
I know. I'll try my best. As we drive through town, we pass. Oh, sorry, I skipped a page. Every other Saturday, my dad wakes me up early. Come on, mijo, he says. Vamos a la Torrado. The other side is not so far away, just down the road right past my school. Mama gives me a kiss and a list. It's different every time we go. I grab my special bag and hold it tight as I follow my dad, thinking of what's inside for my friends. As we drive through town, we pass my favorite spots. Neighbors line up early for Daisy's yummy pastries. At a stoplight, Dad calls the newspaper man holding out $1. Aquí tien, memo, thanks. Before I know it, we reach the broad river, a watery serpent that glints with the dawn. Dad reminds me, Cahulicans once lived here before all this was Mexico, both riverbanks. Now we're two countries and we pay to cross. Morning, says the U.S. Customs Guard, taking Dad's cash with a sleepy frown. On the other bank, the Great Eagle greets us. Dad waves at the soldiers and they tip their caps. No one searches through my bag this time, and I say thanks to the Virgen. We drive up the narrow main street till Don Chava flags us down and helps us park. He and my dad shake hands. Le cudo la troca, he says with a smile. You and your boy have fun. This town's the twin of the one where I live, with Spanish spoken everywhere just the same, but English mostly missing till it pops up like grains of sugar on a chili pepper. We have breakfast in our favorite restaurant. Dad slips Cafe de Ola while I drink chocolate. First up on the list, my dad announces, we visit your tijos and pick up Mom's earrings. Down uneven sidewalks, our feet tap, tap, tap to trumpets, tunes bouncing off the stores. We weave our way through street side stalls, chatting with vendors, promising we'll be back. When we reach my aunt and uncle's jewelry shop, I give them big hugs and high-five my cousins. Tio Mateo starts complaining about the town's mayor. My brain gets so bored, I can't stop my yawns. My primos whisk me away to play soccer in the vacant lot next door. It gets hot, so luckily the Pajarito comes by. We cool our tongues with palatas, mangoes, and melon. Suddenly, Dad joins in for a dribble and a goal. Then he reminds me we have much more to do. Walking back, we check our list for ourselves. We need Mexican Cokes, avocados, and a jar of honey. The list says our friends need t-shirts, chanclas, bottled water. I think they need cold, sweet granistos and a lot of chewy glories too. Dr. Sanchez has Mom's prescription ready, along with other medicine that Dad requests. We load up our truck. Dad gives Don Chava a tip before we head home. There's one more stop. The most important visit, Dad says. We have a duty to care for our gente. I nod and pick up a bag full of my favorite comics, notebooks, and pencils, and game cartridges. I add the things we bought today. I hope the kids will enjoy them. As we get to the bridge, Dad pulls to one side. I jump out with my bag and look for my friend. A line of people camp along the edge, entire families from the Caribbean and Central America. Refugees, Dad calls them, stuck between two countries. The U.S. says there's no room for them, and Mexico says they can hardly look after their own gente. Elder sees me and rushes over, his hair longer than when we first met, about 6 months back. "Así here," he shouts. "Mi cuate," I reply. We do our special handshake, and I give him the bag. Elder's dad joins my dad in the truck. The line crawls on. I show Elder each item, explaining my choices. We give his mother the medicine. She tells me a joke, and the other kids gather to borrow comics. Dad honks. "Till next time, amigo," I say, hugging Elder and heading back for the truck. An hour goes by before we're halfway across. We take our passports out, cards that give us freedom to travel back and forth. "I wish Elder could come to our town," I whisper. "We could jump on my trampoline and draw our own comics." "Soon, mijo," Dad says. "It's unfair to make him wait, since our country has room for his family right now. But when they get their chance at last, we'll welcome them with open arms." All the way home, I imagine a wonderful day when all my friends from the other side can go back and forth between my two border towns just like me.